So we want to find out from Todd how this could all affect us.
Well, you know, if you're heading out there, I'd say just a light raincoat, an umbrella would do just fine. You're not talking about heavy amounts of rainfall. Now, in that picture, I did see something encouraging. A lot of the ice down there had been broken up. Now, I had heard from meteorologist Mike Syka that they'd actually run an icebreaker through there, so that'll help some of the drainage through some of these areas. The thing with the ice is that some local streams and creeks have ice over them. We're going to add quite a bit of water to it, so that could pose a flood risk for at least a few areas. Want to take a look at the satellite and radar to start off on the wider view, because today we're on the warmer side of things. 41 degrees, not so bad temperature-wise, especially for this time of year. But you look just north of the border and you see some of the snow and even some of that sleet that's coming down just north of Lake Ontario. Get into the weekend, that line is likely to be right along our northern counties, primarily north of the 90, I'm thinking at the moment, but it's something that really bears watching. Very close. It even shows up on the zoomed-in version of the forewarned Doppler. Notice some of the showers. We had a little more widespread coverage earlier this morning. It's a little more speckled in nature, so some on and off pockets of light to almost moderate rainfall. Nothing that heavy. Today you're talking, for the most part, under a half-inch worth of rainfall. When you combine it, though, with what we're likely to see over the next couple of days, that's where you get some of the better numbers. VividCast model does a pretty good job, I think, depicting at least where we stand at the moment. We've looked at a lot of models this morning as to where the colder areas. For now, we're on the warmer side. So take you through the remainder of the day on Friday or today with some of these patchy rain showers. Same story into Saturday. I've stopped at Saturday at 4 p.m. That's when those winter storm watches go into effect for the northern counties. I'll show you exactly where in just a moment. But you watch this during the overnight hours and you see a few little flickers of two things. One, patches of heavier rain pushing in just after 1 a.m. Saturday night into Sunday, and nearby that pink line. That's where you're starting to see the mix, which in this case is a potential for freezing rain. The atmosphere above us is just too warm for anything else. So as it gets to the surface, you have the threat that it could freeze on contact, an issue for power lines, trees, that sort of thing. Into really early Sunday, that threat will continue. By Sunday afternoon, we start to warm up and see some additional rain showers. So keep in mind, if you're heading out to the Ralph this weekend, you'll be likely dealing with some rain on Sunday. There are the winter storm watches. Again, northern Erie County over to Genesee County, primarily north of the 90 and closer to the south shores of Lake Ontario. You'll see the better chance, at least at the moment, for some ice. There's a look at temperatures right now. So we're still on the mild side of things. I want to take you quickly through the model starting this evening, especially just to show you Saturday, the big divide in temperatures, even during the daytime. We'll have a front in the area, 40s well to the north, 50s well to the south, but get through the late night hours, that really sharpens up. You look down towards Countersport, 54. There's 8 a.m. on Sunday, and that's where you're finding some of those freezing temperatures closer towards Lake Ontario. So that is one of the concerns as we head into the weekend, the potential for some localized flooding with all the melt and runoff that we're dealing with and some of the rain and that ice potential. Certainly keep a close eye on it. At least for today, it's more the light rain to finish off the week. So kind of an easier Friday. There's a look at it for tonight. Most of it should remain above freezing. Could find a few pockets right at freezing briefly right at sunrise time tomorrow morning. Otherwise, it's really Saturday night into Sunday that I'm just a little concerned that you could find some of these areas with freezing rain. It's the timing of the cold temperatures and that burst of heavier rainfall. And if it does manage to get down to freezing at the surface, we could see some areas with substantial ice accumulation. Really, anything over a quarter inch is a big deal because it can take down power lines. So we'll be watching it very closely.